It's the end of an era for one of South Africa's most iconic fashion retailers. Stuttafords finally threw in the towel after failing to secure a business rescue. The trading environment in South Africa has been tough in recent years as low growth and rising unemployment weighed heavily on consumer spend.
The primary reason for them having to close is the consumer environment. Consumers remain highly indebted. Real disposable income growth is negative in some instances and has been slowing for a while. And then we've had elevated interest rates, and that has certainly constrained consumer spending. One of the other reasons is the National Credit Act, which has made lending credit more difficult, particularly for clothing retailers.
The high-end fashion outlet brought popular international brands to the South African market. With the majority of its stock being imported, the weaker rand-dollar exchange became its biggest problem.
Where I think local players benefited was that their product was not luxury and was probably still affordable, whereas when you are a pure importer, your price points, as management alluded to, go through the roof and the product just becomes unaffordable. The rand has been cited by the management as a major factor which caused their ultimate demise.
Several international retailers opened their own stores in South Africa in recent years, making the retail market even more competitive.
We've had many new entrants, foreign entrants coming into the South African market, and they've been taking a lot of market share. And since Stuttafords didn't have the same scale as some of the larger retailers, it was difficult for them to be more responsive. We've also had significant currency fluctuations in light of some of the political noise, and since they import the majority of their clothing, it's left them rather exposed to a weaker rand.
Stuttafords will also close its stores in Botswana and Namibia. 900 people will lose their jobs, and it's unlikely the rest of the retail industry will be able to absorb those workers as consumers battle through the recession. Sumitra Nydoo, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.